the healing journey, it's a puzzle. And every tool, every tea, every person, every technology, it's an added item to that puzzle. An emotion has a frequency. A parasite has a frequency. Heavy metals have a frequency. As a heart, we attach this on the left ear. 3 minutes, 4 minutes with your eyes closed, 3-4 minutes with your eyes open. When you tell them you are a patient, we make them even more sick.
I love that
sound.
Good morning. Welcome to Life Integrated Therapies. Today, we're in the heart of Jumeirah in a different type of healing space. One that hums, vibrates, and literally changes the frequency of your body. So we're here today at BioScalar Energy Center. We're here to meet our guest, Mrs. Loredana Ciobanu. She's the founder of BioScalar, and she's going to explain to us today how, with the use of scalar energy, quantum healing, and breathwork, you can literally change the physiology of your body. And so she's going to explain to us what scalar energy is, how it works, how it affects our health, and what we can do to improve our health and well-being in general. Basically what mystics knew centuries ago, but science is just catching up. Okay, so let's go in and meet Mrs. Loredana. I look forward. Thank you. Loredana, thank you so much for having us today, and we're very happy to be here, and I would love for you to tell us about your journey, how you started.
Thank you, Nissa, for coming so early in the morning, and thank you for showing the center to your audience. This center, it's my life journey to find healing for myself, for my family, and it started from a very young age when, with my mother's health problems, I understood that the medicine, it's not the answer for everything, because she used to have a lot of allergies, and whenever she will be taken to hospital in an asthma crisis, they will do the normal protocol. So unfortunately, she was allergic to all the treatments that they were putting through the veins as a protocol for asthma. So slowly seeing that she doesn't have any results, and I was quite young at that age, so I was only 7.
7, okay.
7.
That's very young.
So very
watching
young.
all that.
And watching all that. So at the beginning, I started watching as a, you know, like just observing, observer and observing the family dynamics and how quickly the family dynamics can change when you have someone that is not doing well in the family. And then slowly I watched my parents trying to find not alternative healings, you know, like an answer to what is really happening in with my mom. She was a case that we went to many hospitals, many practitioners, different hospitals in Romania, not only in our city in Bacău. We went to one of the biggest professors that were for her treatments, and most of them, they were, you know, like putting their shoulders up saying, we don't know. Normally for 98% of the people it's working, and we don't know why for her it's not working. So the answer, we found it much later, so it was a journey of nearly 14 years.
So you, for 14 years, you were searching for an answer to help your mother, basically?
Yes.
Oh,
and I was quite small. I actively started seeing, you know, like how my mom used to look, you know, like she was reading a lot, and she was looking for herbs that are helping with respiratory problems. She was looking for people that were doing bioresonance. So I know bioresonance now, especially here in Dubai, it's a topic that, you know, like everyone knows what is bioresonance.
By the way, this is one of the mother's teas as
Yes.
well.
Yes.
One of her amazing herbal teas. Anyway, go ahead, sorry.
We didn't have access in Romania for too much information or technologies or tools that will be able to help my mom. So I remember going to this living room healing places.
Okay.
And it was like this bioresonance machine, and they will stick, you know, like some stickers on them, and they were holding some rods, and it was a person going there and trying to find the right frequency to help with the respiratory issue, with detoxing the body and so on.
Did that help? I also tried that, and it did help me.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So now I'm looking at the health of a person on a 360 angle, because it's not only one tool, one technology, one medicine.
It's holistic.
It's holistic.
Right.
And the minute we start integrating the body on all the levels that the body exists, because we're not only flesh and bones, we also energy, we are vibration. And once we are putting this all together, we try, and we should start first by looking to see what is the root cause of the problem. And the minute we find out what is the root cause of the problem, slowly we can see what are the pathogens, so what are the things that are triggering that problem. And slowly we starting putting the puzzle together. So I always say that the healing of a person or the healing journey, it's a puzzle. And every tool, every tea, every person, every technology, it's an added item to that puzzle in order for us to have this 360 view.
Wow, that's beautiful. So what happened with your mother then?
Now she's good.
She's good? Okay, great.
Now she's good, but yes, we tried homeopath remedies when nobody knew what homeopathy was, bioresonance therapies, breathing, because, you know, like we understood that it's something wrong in her breathing, and whenever the asthma panic came, her breathing, because the subconscious mind goes into fear, so the breathing it's very shallow, and many things, herbal medicine, name it, and we tried it.
So on your journey to heal your mother, you got all this knowledge, and now you've put all this together to...
We've put it all together and I like to point, it's the journey of seeing and being part of my mother's healing, not healing my mother. Because that's one fine tune that I want to point for everyone and for the audience. The body has the innate intelligence to heal and regenerate. We just need to bring the right environment, the right tools to allow the body to heal and regenerate. And my mother's healing journey was for me to understand that we are not healers. We are just there,
just channels.
To look and observe and to hold space.
Yes.
Because if you ever had someone that was very sick, they just need hope and faith for them to go another extra day and to battle wherever they have to battle.
That's just so beautiful.
And the healing comes when we surrender, and the healing comes when we start trusting, and the healing comes when we start listening to our body, because most of the time we forget the ability to listen to our body.
Great. So what's motivated you to open this center in Dubai?
And in Dubai, yes.
Yeah.
So I left Romania when I was 19. That was in 2003, 2002. And we went to London, myself and my husband. And obviously, because the journey was not finished for me, my husband also had some health issues, different from my mother's issues. And also we looked for him to try to bring his body back in balance.
Yeah.
But the difference between my mother and my husband was that at the beginning my husband was a non-believer of anything to do with energy, with herbal teas, with acupuncture, with bioresonance.
Right.
He was looking at me and he was saying, "Woman, you lost your mind." Obviously, first we tried the medical journey because he was very high believer. But then he realized that he went to a few different doctors and the piles of pills and boxes were getting higher and higher, and we will open the cupboards and it will be like we have a pharmacy in our own home. And he realized that no matter how many pills he takes, like the things are not getting better. For some while it's stopping, like you get ease in the body because you don't feel, but it's not healing coming after that.
It's numbing.
It's just numbing.
Yeah.
And
numbing the pain, yeah.
As my mother and my husband, as an observer from, like both of them being emotionally invested in both, but observer because thank God my health was always in the peak performance. I understood that the root cause of all the imbalances of the body, it's actually an emotional cause. It's a trauma that it's hidden there. And I become an advocate of finding what really was
what started this. Yeah.
That person felt, or what happened to that person, because the whole thing starts shifting, the way they think, the way they behave, the fears, the thoughts, they don't come from a normal.
From nowhere, yeah.
Nowhere.
It's coming from an emotion, yeah. Great. So this sensor, can you tell me a little bit about like what all you have here and stuff, and then we can go visit the...
Yes, so we have the first energy enhancement center in the whole of Middle East.
Right.
It's a technology that I discovered 5 years ago. It's been innovated by Dr. Sandra Rose Michael in 1978. So this technology for many years was kept, let's say secret, or for only a limited number of people.
Right.
It was used for many years, more than 20 years in private homes. So what is E-System doing? It's bringing the body back into coherence.
Okay.
So now we are living in a city full of electro smoke. We have frequencies that are interrupting our body frequency. You're
talking of like Bluetooth, Wi-Fi,
radiation,
yeah.
So on. We have these devices, laptops, phones that we carry within us. So they emit a frequency. And we emit also a frequency because we are antennas that are plugged into the universe. So these frequencies are imbalancing our body's coherence, our biofield or aura. It imbalances our chakras. Why? Because we as humans, we are not meant to live in such an environment. We are meant to live in an environment where we have no pollution, no radiation, no electrosmoke. This is the environment we created. So we created this environment just to help us with our jobs, travel, and so on. So now the body adapts to this environment not very well. That's why everyone has silent inflammation, loss of sleep, anxiety levels are up, because all these frequencies are disturbing our
own frequency,
our biofield. So inside the E system, there is a harmonization. Why? Because the E system is blocking all the detrimental frequencies that exists as we sitting. And it's not only blocking, it's creating a toroidal field because I have a 24 units downstairs, it's creating a toroidal field that it's anchoring 5 kilometers from the middle of the room. So it's not only the center, it's vibrating super highly and it's protected energetically from detrimental electrosmoke, but also our neighbors, the plants around.
That explains. When I came, I noticed there were little cats coming to the sun, like outside the door. They probably feel the energy.
They feel the animals. They feel the energy much quicker than us, because for us it comes the logical mind. You know, like we are disconnected. We disconnected the body from the mind. We don't see it as a whole. We see it, the body is the body and the mind is the mind, and this is this. No, it's all together. And inside the room you'll see the 24 units, which is creating an energy charge. And the energy charge, it's created through light. Is the same like we are waking up in the morning and we get the first half an hour of sunlight. It's the same inside the E system. So once the body gets back into harmonization, which is around 10 to 15 minutes from the minute you step inside the room. Your brain waves are going into theta and delta, which is a state of complete relaxation. It's the same state that a monk will arrive in his meditation through years and years and years of practice. So it's induced within you because of the room. And your body starts charging with energy. And we have energy in our cells, and here I will go a little bit on the medical world. And every doctor will say to you, and we all know that our cell has an electrical charge. So because our cells has an electrical charge, the doctor said, not me, that optimal health is between 70 to 90 millivolts, and whenever the cell ATP energy voltage it's lower, disease or things are coming up. So we know that if we keep our body into a high electrical charge in the cell has the ability to release the toxins. And no amount of supplements or
required,
dry diet or liquid diet can take actually those toxins away from inside of the cell. Many of these diets are cleansing the gut and the
one area,
one area, but I'm speaking about the billions and trillions of cells we have in our body. So the more energy we put in the body, the more we discharge, and what we discharge the toxins.
Okay, great. So let's go and check out some of the chambers.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
So I want to show some of the technologies that we are using here in the BioScalar Energy Center. One of them is the time waver. So the time waver, it's a scan where not only we can see the coherence of the organs, but also we can see the energy points, the meridians, aura, and how we can harmonize those organs. Because as I said, one of the root cause of the illnesses, it's a trauma, it's an emotional imprint. So this scan, it's giving us a 360 view into someone's body. So it's very quick.
Okay.
We are using informational field. So for example, this machine, the time waver, it's also used in Hope for Cancer by Dr. Antonio Jimenez. For your listeners, if they know anyone or they have in the family anything to do with cancer, they can visit Hope for Cancer. It's a center. They have 2 centers in Mexico, and they are treating this disease for the past 30 years.
With this
Only with holistic medicine. So they're using the time waver to be able to scan to see what is the root cause of that person problem, what is the emotional, what are the triggers, what are the imbalances in the body, if that person has parasites, heavy metals, microplastics.
You were telling me last time about the lady with the parasite. That was such an interesting case. So there was a lady, it was mind-blowing. She was, she had got a parasite from swimming in the Nile.
Yes.
And she, so that was identified through this, this machine.
Yes.
And they also ran a frequency through her to kill the parasite, which is not damaging the organs. So that was just fascinating how, you know, because she had been diagnosed as an autoimmune disorder. Yeah, and she was on a wheelchair and, you know, like,
So these type of things we see most of the time. Everything, an emotion has a frequency. A parasite has a frequency. Heavy metals have a frequency. So once you understand this, that you can come with a frequency to help remove those things that are inflamming the body, or that is it's a disturbance in the coherence of the body, the person starts feeling better quicker without their body being exposed to any major chemicals or radiation or so on.
It must be also hard for like patients to understand that they can get better with just a frequency running through them, you know? So no pills, no blood tests.
The first thing that we say in here, we have members of energy work. They are never our patients, they just people that are coming, and because the power of our words, it's so important. When you tell them you are a patient, we make them even more sick. Because now we see the sound coherence that wherever what we speak, it carries a code, it carries a frequency and vibration. So the more we say about us, I'm sick, I'm not feeling well, I'm dealing with this, I'm a patient, this brings even more suppression in our body. So they are always members of the energy center, and together we are like detectives. I can show some of the people that already had the test, and now we are doing a harmonization for them. Because these computers are on all night on, so we are not switching them off. Why? Because we emit harmonization frequency for those people. So they go back home, they go back to their countries, wherever they are coming from, to see this type of analysis. But while they are home, we are harmonizing their field. So these are some of the harmonization that is happening. The people are going on and on. So it's every 15 minutes a harmonization takes place.
When this harmonization takes place, wherever the person is, it still connects?
Yes, because we are all connected. We are all connected to the informational field. And it's through, I don't know if I should say the mantras, but it's through affirmation. My body is healthy, my nervous system it's in optimal balance, my informational field it's functioning.
Right.
So these are some of the affirmations plus the energy coherence that goes out.
Okay.
And you can see how much % the body is harmonized. So this one is 76% on parasites and fungi.
Okay.
So you will see day by day how your member is doing. You can say, okay, it's 100% now healing on the thyroid.
Okay.
It's,
So this keeps on going.
keeps on going all the time, either if I'm here or not here.
So
This
have you
program-
tested it? Like if somebody's 100% healed and then connect to them and see?
As I said, we have 2,900 different things to
check, yeah.
to check and bring back in balance. So when the changes that are happening within the body are subtle changes. Why? Because we are working with the frequency of the body, but all those changes, once, like they all leveled up, they are making the puzzle of healing of that person. So we have to go through each and every piece of information, and as you can see, the next harmonization starts in the next minute. And it's myself in here, as you can see.
Okay.
And then we have different other peoples that took the scan and they need harmonization.
I see.
So for some, we are always working in like with the advice of Dr. Khalid Shukri.
Yes.
He is also doing...
He's a medical doctor, right?
He's a medical doctor for over 45 years, and he switched to functional medicine and to quantum medicine, integrative medicine. Why? Because he saw better results on this,
With this side, yeah.
on this side rather than the traditional or,
That makes sense, yeah.
medicine. So all the time for the cases that requires fine tuning, because I'm not a medical doctor, they are seen by Dr. Khalid. He's using similar machine like my machine. We always compare. So in here it's a communication between us. Why? In order to support the person. Dr. Khalid also has a certification for peptides. I know in Dubai, peptides, it's a big topic. Peptides, amino acids, sometimes it's helping a lot because it has the same information as our body. But most of the time, in what we can see here in the center, it's that the body, it's not ready for the peptides. But when you don't have this test done before, you try the peptides, let's say you are in a critical condition or an acute condition, and you go after a week or a month or 3 months and you say, I tried everything. I tried peptides, they don't work. I tried this, they don't work. I tried this, they don't work. Why? Because the body, it's not ready. So it's very important, as I said, to listen to the body. Some people are disconnected and I can't listen if they don't listen. That's why we need these machines in order for us to see, is the body ready? So most of the time in the center we start with detoxification. So these machines, it's giving us a picture if the body is ready, if the body is not ready, what it's in this resonance, what it's in this balance, and how we are doing. And we have a lot of reports. If it's one thing that we are doing, it's follow-up and reports. Why? Because we have healing, it's all the time in phases.
Okay.
Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and maybe phase 4, it's peptides. And Dr. Khalid is able to mix those peptides and they are sent to their home, is their nasal spray or as a supplement or some pens, just to help for those critical cases that need a little more than what we offer here.
Okay, amazing.
Yeah. The second part, it's a technology where we are scanning the brain.
Okay.
And for this, I will also show you some images because it's easier for us to
Yeah, let's
to understand.
have a look.
But this technology, it's for the first time in Dubai, comes from South Korea. It's AI integrated technology, and it's a dry EEG, which is seeing the electrical activity of the brain.
Wow. Let's
So
have a look
once
at that,
we
yeah.
see the electrical activity of the brain is holding all the information. The brain is the silent CEO of the body. If the brain is out of balance, the body is out of balance. The mind is out of balance. Your thoughts are out of balance. Your traumas are out of balance. Why? Because if we harmonize the brain, if we bring the brain back into balance, many of the things are getting better. So we have a direct connection between the gut and the brain, and a lot of people are treating the gut for 10 years and it's not working. They tried all the things that are available, and then they start the biophotomodulation therapy and neurofeedback, and they are like, oh my God, Loredana, my gut fixed. So, yeah. Because there is a correlation, and sometimes we are looking on the wrong space.
Right.
This is the brain of a lady.
Okay.
But this is her second scan. You can see here some of the areas of her brain are overactive. Some of them are in balance. This lady, she is around 57 years old. All her life she lived in fears, panic, and anxiety.
Okay.
This is her first scan.
Wow. So the dark spots are probably where...
The blue spots are all overactive. So that's why for 57 years she couldn't relax. Nobody checked this. They all gave her suppressants. She took therapy. She done anything and everything. But this is what her brain looked like. And the second scan is her brain after a month of neurofeedback, biophotomodulation, EE system, and detox. So for a brain that looks like this, we are coming with lower brain waves to balance the brain. So her brain all the time it's in a spiking beta, and we are coming with alpha and theta just to balance the brain.
So you're kind of like enforcing a meditative state on her brain, like projecting...
A relaxation state in her brain for the brain to have the ability to relax and regenerate. Why? Because we are building up to 7,000 neuronal pathway links in our brain. We just need to give it the right environment. So EE system does their sits. Super good therapy, and we have here 19 electrodes that are communicating with each part and lobe of your body in order for us to get to these results.
Okay.
She had to travel, so when she's coming back, we will continue. But one thing that she said, and I remember, she said, I still wake up in the night, but I have no fear.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Which is beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, like, yes, the body still wakes up because it has these patterns of waking up and being tense, but the fear is not there. So slowly, slowly, she can integrate a new lifestyle, you know, like with the certain recommendation we've done. We also gave her some supplements that our brain needs and our body doesn't produce, or our food doesn't anymore provide. So it's a teamwork. I always say it's a teamwork. So we can see the brain, also we can see the HRV, so we can see that person, it's working more on the parasympathetic nervous system or the sympathetic nervous system. And also we can see the MCI, which is the probability of that person developing any Alzheimer or dementia.
Oh, really? Wow.
It's more in the sympathetic nervous system, which makes her quite anxious, tense, gives her headache, agitation. So we can see how the nervous system is operating and what we want to do, it's through meditation, through breath work. We need to relearn the nervous system to be half-half. So wherever life throws at us to be able to switch the gears, because if we are blocked in this one, it's not good. If we are blocked in parasympathetic, it's not good. Wherever problems are happening, we go lethargic in bed 1 week, we don't want to see anyone, we don't want to eat, we don't want to speak, we are depression. On the other side, something happens in your life and you are super anxious, you have anxiety attack, you are seeing, projecting the worst that can happen with that situation. So we need to be in the middle to be able to switch from one to the other one. But this is what we can find only from 10-minute scanning. So the scan, it's non-invasive, no radiation, no nothing. We just put the
just
helmet
wear it like a hat and you just
as a hat. We attach this on the left ear. 3 minutes, 4 minutes with your eyes closed, 3-4 minutes with your eyes open. For kids, we are doing longer. Why? Because they fiddle, they don't keep their eyes closed all the time. For them, we scan for 10 minutes, and then the brain, the analysis, it's compared by, it's cleaned by the AI. So what normally takes weeks for a person to count every wave, the AI does it, cleans it, and counts it in seconds. And then we have a analysis, and the brain, it's compared with a person from the same sex, and this is very important because until now all brains were the same: baby brain, adult brain, male brain, female brain. So it's same sex, same age, optimal brain and your brain. And this is how one of these reports are. So this is the image that it's captured by the helmet.
Okay.
So you see each electrode, and you know, like this is a muscle tense and an eye blink, and you can see exactly the recording of the EEG. And this is what the AI does. It cleans the EEG, so it takes away all the noise, all the muscle tense, all the blinking of the eye, and gives you a cleaner picture. And then you have the topo map, where you can see, you know, like the waves that are in the brain, in which location they are. And then they simplify it with what I showed you in the first image, so you can see, you know, like all the ranges that the brain goes through. And this technology was invented, I think, 17 years ago in South Korea. It's already used in all the hospitals, all the schools, rehab centers. Now I think for the last 2 years they're also using in corporation.
This is really where the future meets the past, you know? We have meditation chambers / then AI.
But all it's integrated.
Yes.
It's all part of who we are now. And in order to get a clear picture, this is where we have to look, because also on the brain mapping, we can see what are the patterns, behavior, the function of the amygdala, where it stored all the traumas and so on. So we can also see, we say to people, you are a person that is doing things in their life. The brain says everything. Because even if a person may not say the full truth or may not want to share the whole picture, the brain keeps the score. Yeah.
Interesting. Love it. Anything else to share?
In here?
No?
In this room, no.
Okay, let's go to the next room.
We'll go downstairs.
Thank you.
So in here we have the Rejuvena pod. It's one of our detoxification tool.
Okay.
So it's acting on 4 principles. We have the infrared therapy, which is detoxifying the body through heat. red light therapy, which is stimulating the mitochondria inside our cell, PEMF, and bioresonance. So with the bioresonance, if the person had a scan prior, we will be able to put tailored frequencies to help them heal and regenerate much quicker on a specific organ or anything that they have in the body. If they didn't do our test, we will be able to put like general frequencies for gut health, for autoimmune disease, for infectious disease they may have. So it's always better for, like to have a better result. It's better to have the scan where we can see exactly which frequencies are not in line, and we are putting those
exact frequencies you can project into the person.
Yes,
I see.
yes.
And so, can I open it?
Yes.
So, yeah.
So this
these
is
are
paper.
lights. Are these lights or
lights. So the room, I will put it just on this.
Lights or sound? Okay.
It's only light, only light, and the bioresonance is sent through this dispositive. So we just close it, and for example, I will just put it for a minute, just for you to see how it looks, and you put on, and you'll see how everything. So this one has between 1,000 and 5,000 hertz. So the light is very, very powerful, which means it penetrates quicker and faster into the cell.
Oh, wow.
And this is how it is.
Yeah, it's very bright.
Very, very bright. So it's a very fast tool that we have to bring that person back into balance and coherence. Also in this room we have the infrared sauna and the ionic food detox. So
ideally, how long would somebody sit in this?
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
30 minutes. It's a 30 minutes therapy, but works very effectively. Why? Because we can check afterwards. So after a day or two, once the body got back, because what is happening whenever we detox, the body is stripped, but then it takes a while for things to get back into balance, and we can check before and after, and we see and know which therapies we used at that time, what worked, what didn't work. So in here it's not like
you can actually validate afterwards that it worked. Amazing. Yeah. So Loredana, that was such an interesting room. What is it? What do you call that, and what is it exactly?
So that is the E-system room. As you can see, people are coming, dogs, cats. I see quicker healing on the animals than the people. Why? Because the animal, they go into that room, the body gets recharged, harmonized, and they don't have the mind telling them you can't get healed, having the fears, the insecurities that our human mind has. So this is how, at the beginning, when I found out about the E-system, I could see the benefits in a more logical way. Okay. Because at the beginning, 5 years ago, I didn't have as many information as I had now. And when I was reading, I was saying, this is a placebo effect. You know, like how can you go inside of a room that looks like you saw, you know, like it's dark and full of the screens and heal yourself. I said, this is bullshit, this is not true. But then when I experienced it on my body, and I saw the benefits, because the Scalar, with Scalar you see the benefits afterwards.
Is that the Scalar?
Yes, that is the Scalar. So E-system, it's generating scalar fields and biophotonic fusion, which is Scalar brings the body back in harmony, acts as a detrimental field of other frequencies that are coming from outside, harmonizes our body. It's a zero energy point in the room, so it's a neutralization of all other fields outside, plus the biophotonic light, what we see as light, they all aligned to create a toroidal vortex of energy as my logo. So once you are in that toroidal field of energy, the body gets back the ATP that we said, it gets back the energy. So with animals, they go in, they stay for a few hours, and
They come back
they
completely
come back
regenerated, yeah.
much better. So for me, that was the thing that made me understand that yes, it works, because an animal, a cat or a dog, will not know the difference between their home and another room that looks like home.
Correct.
And they get better. So how come this happens? Until I went through the whole science, the quantum physics, to make myself understand, because I didn't have the information, so we don't know what we don't know. But then with people, with humans, they all say, you know, like, I feel more relaxed. This room is good because it's relaxed, but it's not. You see the effects in time. So you need to come around 3 to 5 sessions to start noticing the differences. Why? Because in the first sessions, the body actually is detoxifying. It's getting rid of the toxins. And as we get rid of the toxins and we are re-putting the coherence back in balance, the body starts the process of healing and regeneration. We're only offering the coherence space to do so.
So, like, people just come and sit in the room?
Yeah, they just come, they can book on the website, or they just can call us. They come. Sometimes, you know, like, if they have a pet, they have to say just for us to allocate the time. Because some people, they have allergies, so we don't want to contradict. 2 hours, you put your eye mask on, we give you to listen to either guided meditation. Have a power nap. Have a guided meditation or listen to music. We also put Quran, the surahs from Quran, and they listen for 2 to 3 hours. It's good for the soul, it's good for the mind, it's good for the body. So anything and everything that can connect that person
back to a spiritual,
back to a, you know, like their inner self. We're all spiritual beings. And yeah, it's the most laziest, most beautiful
That's my
therapy.
kind of healing. Yeah, my kind of therapy.
That's my kind of therapy.
Just come and have a nap. Yeah.
And breathwork also, it's very important. We do every Thursday breathwork sessions, 90 breathwork sessions, where I lead those sessions. So we are breathing.
Is it with the
headset? Yeah. And you have an eye mask.
Yeah.
You stay flat on, laying flat on the ground. We are doing an activating breathing. So we are breathing through the mouth. There is a lot of breath holds and screams, and a lot of shaking and crying. Why? Because the body holds the score. The body, the fascia, holds the trauma.
Yeah.
So we partnered up with people that understand the, you know, like the maneuvers and how we have to move the fascia, how we have to breathe in certain way for us to remove anything and everything that is blocking our healing. So when we combined everything, we look at the brain, we analyzing the body from different angles to see the core of the triggers and the root imbalances. We put the energy back in the body with the E system. We do breath work. We do somatic release, you know, like within the breath work. We move the fascia. We, you know, like the body, it's looked 360. So it's not just only amazing. One way.
Yeah, I love it. It's so amazing. Like this whole concept to me, it's so new, and I believe this is going to be the future of healing. You know, it's where the future is meeting the history. You know? The ancient mystics, they knew all this, and they were, you know, teaching it. But now with the technology we have, we can actually validate it. And yes, I believe this will be the future of
we
healing.
can test and see, and we can have reports, and the data doesn't lie. This is what I say. If we don't measure, we can't improve. So because all the time we have to lay in wherever feeling that person has. Oh, I might feel better, or oh, And I had an argument with my husband, I don't feel better today. But when you have data, raw data, when you scan before, after, when you scan after 3 months, you have something to compare. And what we can see, that's what we can improve, and how we get to the full picture of the body and how it works and what that person needs to follow, what protocol they need to follow in order for them to come back to their true self, true inner self, true healing. Because yes, we go through difficult times whenever our health is not okay, but I call them, these are the steps of the consciousness and how you meet God, how you meet your true self, your inner self. So it's a process, because from comfort, nothing comes.
True, yeah. Well, thank you so much for inviting us here as well and having us film this podcast. And it was lovely meeting you. I really enjoyed our discussion and our chats and your tea and everything. So thank you very much. Maybe one day we can do your breath work.
Yes, yes.
That would be also very interesting.
Every Thursday from 7 o'clock, we are here. Doesn't matter how big or small the group is, it's inside the E system, and it's super powerful. Why? Because when we release, the E system is containing that release. So it's gentle for the body, gentle for the mind, and it's a more rapid, quicker healing happening inside the E system. Because for a year I've been doing breath work outside the E system because the center was not here, and I know the difference as a practitioner. I know the difference.
Okay, well, great. So thank you again, and we will be in touch. And if anybody would like to book a session or come and try out these amazing machines and would like to get themselves scanned, please do contact BioScalar Energy Center. I'll put all the contact details in the description, and please do check it out and put your comments and feedback, your experience in the comment section. Thank you.
Thank you, Nissa. Thank you.
Thank you.
I hope you liked the podcast we just did at BioScalar with Loredana. It really was very interesting. If you like such content, please do like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff so we can grow the community. And hope to see you in the next podcast.